Hey everyone, Fox with Foxeo Plays, my Let's Play channel. My main channel is FoxeoGames, as most of you already know, and this is episode number 10 of our Bloodborne Rifle Spear playthrough on the PS4. Obviously, it's an exclusive. Okay, so if you saw my last episode, which was kind of short, unfortunately, for those that don't know, or maybe you skipped episode number 9, basically I had 2 hard drives simultaneously run out of hard drive space, so I lost both the audio commentary and a good portion of the video. So I went back and put audio commentary, post commentary on what portion of the video I did have. So we obviously lost the latter portion, which included the boss fight with the Witch of Hemwick or whatever, Charnel Lane Witch, something like that. I don't know what she's called. So that's unfortunate, but well, that's just how it goes, guys. What are you gonna do? Making sure I got everything set up the best that I can here, the most powerful gems and whatnot. The thrust attack is more powerful, so I'm going to stick with that because I use mainly the thrust attack with this weapon. So, you know, having a very powerful thrust bonus or a very high thrust bonus on a weapon that has a lot of thrust attack is a good thing. I just realized that after defeating the witch, I forgot to go behind the altar, so it's a good thing I forgot to do that, because now I can actually commentate over it while I do it. Abandoned old workshop. That's not it. Hemwick Charnel Lane, Witch's Abode. Sorry guys, but, well, what are you going to do? That's just how it works sometimes. I'll be cutting this video at one point because I have to go get my coffee. And rather than leave you guys hanging for a couple minutes of dead silence, I'll just go ahead and cut that portion of the video so you won't even know how long it took me. The magic of editing. Alright guys, so let me bring up my Foxeo Plays channel and we'll get to some of the comments that you guys have left on some of my videos. We'll start with the Rifle Spear Playthrough Episode 4 video. For those of you that don't know, this is a channel exclusively for my Let's Play content. So, all of my reviews and other videos will be on my main channel, FoxeoGames. The reason I created the second channel, I've talked about it before, but it's worth talking about again because people are still asking, is not to try to make more money or anything like that. Trust me, it's actually kind of more of a hassle for me to have 2 channels. But here we go. This allows us to use the Rune Workshop. Awesome. So now we can equip runes, which are very, very, very useful. But anyway, I know that people don't necessarily want to see their subscriber feeds, their subscriber inboxes flooded with episodes of Let's Plays. Because if you think about it, if I start uploading, let's say, 1 or 2 episodes of a Let's Play a day, and someone checks their YouTube that they haven't checked in, say, 3 or 4 days, they may find, you know, 5, 6... you know, or possibly even more episodes from me of all Let's Plays of games that they don't care about, or maybe they don't even like Let's Plays at all. So rather than try to make my main channel a jack of all trades, having every different kind of video in the world on it, I decided to split it up. Because honestly, I know a lot of people love Let's Plays, and some people don't like them and specifically don't want them. Alright. I don't really use beast transformation, so let's stick with, let's see, more blood echoes from visceral attacks, more echoes from slain enemies. Well, basically we're going to use the 3 that we have, because we don't really do the transformation, then we're going to use the other 3. So we'll get more blood echoes from visceral attacks and from killing enemies regularly, as well as we'll have 1 additional blood vial, so we'll be able to go up to a maximum of 21 blood vials now. I haven't decided on my final armor set yet. I know it will not be the Henrik set because that's what I used last time. So we'll just we'll hold off on that for now. Now, in order for me to figure out where I'm going next, I'm actually using the official Bloodborne guide. Yes, the one that was worked on by both a German spy, otherwise known as Franz, as well as Epic Name Bro, otherwise known as Marcus. So you'll hear me flipping through it. What I'm essentially doing is I'm using the guide as a sort of skeleton format of where I'm going to go and what I'm going to do. So it says after the witch's abode, after we defeat the witches, to head to Yahar'gul Anzin village. So then I got to figure out how to go here. I remember there was a spot outside of the Uden Chapel and the Cathedral Ward, to the side of the lower chapel and the Cathedral Ward, at the top of the cliffs in the Cathedral Ward. Okay. It's showing where the kidnappers are if you want to go here early. So it looks like this part of the guide after that talks about going to Yahar'gul through the path where you get killed by one of those sack-holding dudes. They actually have an official name. What is their official name? Their official name is Kidnapper. Kidnapper enemies. Well, at least that's what they call them here. Oftentimes, the only way to find the official name for an enemy in the game is to look at the guide, or to get it from the internet by someone who's looked at the guide. Let's see how many Quicksilver Bullets and Blood Vials we have. 90 of 99 and 93 of 99. So we're doing pretty well. Let's see if we can level up off what we have here. 11,678 Blood Echoes. I am I am kind of intermittently calling them souls, and then echoes, and then souls, and then echoes. I'm going to try to stick with echoes, or blood echoes, because that's what they actually are called. But it's not easy because I'm so used to saying souls, and they're so similar to souls that it's too easy to just accidentally say souls. Okay, I think that should be enough to level up. I like to hang on to my consumable echoes because basically if you find yourself having almost enough to level but not quite, you can pop a few of them and then you'll have enough to level up. That gives us 1 additional. That gives us 2 on the right hand weapon 1 attack and 2 on the right hand weapon 2 attack. We could also boost up our endurance. At this point in the game, I mean, you could do vitality, endurance, or skill with a rifle spear playthrough.
Farewell, good hunt.
So I've made the decision, as I think I've already mentioned, that we're not necessarily going to go with the arcane build on this because it only works for the rifle portion, the actual shooting. So in that regard, we're not going to go that route because I don't want to really have to shoot all that much. I think what we're going to do now is head to Yahar'gul, the official way that we're supposed to go there. And let me see if I remember. I think we can get there from the Grand Cathedral? Church of the Good Chalice, maybe. Let's find out. And right now is when I'm going to cut the game as I go to get my coffee. And you guys won't even know that I was gone. Alright guys, I'm back and realizing I totally went to the wrong place. I want to go to the place where we defeated Vicar Emilia, not where we defeated the Bloodstar Beast. So I think, yeah, what we'll do is we'll go to Yahar'gul and handle it the official way it's supposed to be handled, to actually go to it physically rather than get kidnapped. We could teleport there, but then I don't think it actually initiates the encounter the way it's supposed to. So, let's see, Grand Cathedral, that was it. So, as I've already discussed, the drink of choice for today is coffee, black, bold, dark blend, hot, with nothing in it. Alright, let's get to some of these comments. Corey Hunter comments that he really wishes he could play this now, but he has to wait to pick up a PS4 for Christmas. Yeah, a lot of people have not had a chance to get into Bloodborne because it's an exclusive. So that really is hurting the game's longevity and hurting the online community quite a bit. You'll notice on Twitch and on YouTube, the content for the game has really slowed down now. I think there'll be a trickle of people coming in, and so I'll see surges of people watching my videos about Bloodborne at certain times. Like, for example, one of those key times being this year's holiday season, when a lot of the younger viewers out there are getting PS4s from their parents, giving them a chance to then play Bloodborne, whereas before they didn't have that chance. Yeah, the tracking on these guys is like very Dark Souls 2-ish. Okay, that was a silly move. Notice the frenzy keeps stacking and stacking and stacking and stacking and stacking, and there we go, it's finally going down. Sometimes it'll stack and then drop a bit, and then stack more and drop a bit, and then stack more, and it's like it's fighting, it's internally fighting itself. And it takes quite a while to go back down, doesn't it? Oh shoot. Yeah, I swear sometimes it doesn't register my button presses. Now, I may just be pressing at the wrong time, but, you know. What? Oh my gosh, that got close, but did not. Nice. Yeah, we're gonna get Frenzy stacking all the way if we don't wait here. Which is another reason I hate the Frenzy mechanic. I mean, we could use sedatives as well. I guess we should have a sedative ready if we have any. We don't, do we? Wow, okay. Well, we don't have a single sedative. Nice. See if I can get him. Boom. Whoa, where did that guy come from? I noticed that if I stand out here, they seem to like flash blue. I don't know if that's intentional or not. Oh, come on, dude. Why you gotta be like that? Gotcha. Alright, so I think the actual normal pathway to get to Yahar'gul is around here and down a ways, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. We went part of the way to it last time. I was just showing you guys how to get there. And I also fought the 2 hunters that were down there, which were some pretty ridiculous fights. Hunters can be pretty ridiculous in this game. I think FromSoft didn't necessarily realize that there were some balance issues with the way they implemented some of the hunters. You know, giving them essentially, as Epic Name Bro points out, they don't follow the same rules as you, which is one of the big problems. You know, the hunter is supposed to be kind of like the idea that you're fighting another player. Not entirely, but kind of like that. You know, hunter versus hunter. But they don't follow the same rules, as in, you know, you have a limited amount of ammo and all that. They don't. They can oftentimes move ridiculously fast, transition from one attack to the next faster than you, shoot an unlimited number of times. So if things aren't going well for you, and many of them can actually heal, and as far as I know, they probably have an unlimited number of heals, I would imagine. I haven't tested it. I don't know how much healing they have, but probably enough to where they could heal probably endlessly, as long as you don't interrupt their heals. Alright, so this guy's right here, which seems unnecessary considering we're already en route. Oh! He was going to come get me. Uh-oh. Yep, I knew we were going to go right into that. Notice I got 2 more heals off of him as he was falling to the ground. So I pointed that out a ton. I'm still going to keep pointing it out, guys. I'm never going to stop pointing. Don't die! Oh, come on now. Come on, FromSoft. Why you got to be like that? Somebody said that I talk about Dark Souls 2 so much in this playthrough that they think I secretly like it. Well, no. Alright, let me get this coffee ready. I'm making it in a French press. We're pushing it down. Oh, no! Sorry, guys, I only had one hand to do that. I was holding onto my coffee with the other hand. Alright. Where is he? Oh, he's down there. Okay. So I've got a chance to pour some coffee here. Some people have commented that they've already completed Bloodborne and have promptly returned it for a refund. I don't think the game is bad by any stretch. I typically don't return games, even if I don't like them. I've just never really been that type of person to return a video game. Yep, that's pretty good. That's nice and thick. Thick, dark, black coffee. But, if I were the type to return games, I wouldn't return very many, because I typically don't buy a game unless I feel like it's going to be worth it. Double kill. Alright. You like the two snipers? You guys like that? Some Dark Souls 2 stuff right there. Again, you know, not just one sniper while you're trying to fight this big dude, but 2 snipers. Just a lot of overkill in this game. Like, too much effort was put into trying to make it difficult, rather than making it just a rewarding, challenging experience. It was like more of that, how can we make this hard? So I'm not even sure how to get there. Whatever, let's just run. Let's just run past it, because that's what you do in games. You know that you're really enjoying a game when you're skipping by enemies because you don't want to bother with them. That's sarcasm, by the way, guys. And I like how far away they can shoot with near 100% accuracy. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I actually dodged that. See, they're still shooting me. Oh yeah, look at that. I mean, that's insane. You would have no chance of hitting someone that far away with your gun. Again, it's all about, you know, they don't follow the same rules that you do, which in many cases makes sense. They can't always follow the same rules as the player, but in some cases it's just like, okay, they just have way too much of an advantage. So I missed all the little nightmare creatures here that can give us upgrade stones, but they're not going to give us anything that we need for our primary weapon, or not even our firearm. So we're okay in that regard. They're not going to give us chunks, and what we need right now are chunks. Now, we've covered this before, but the backstab mechanic, as has been pointed out by Martyr's Brigade, he has an awesome YouTube channel, definitely check it out. The backstab mechanic is very problematic in some ways. The biggest issue being, it always seems like you should be able to do something here. Maybe later in the game, I don't even know. But it seems that... Oh, it got me. Nice. Okay. Why not? I guess we can't get to Yahar'gul through the front door. Or whatever this is. I thought we could. Alright guys, so I was reading over the guide. I cut the video there. And another big complaint I have about the guide, and it's a significant issue, and maybe someone can point out what I'm missing here, but it'll oftentimes tell you how to get through an area, but it doesn't tell you how to get to the area. For example, I'm looking now at getting to the Forbidden Woods, and I'm trying to remember exactly how to get there. It's somewhere down here, I believe, and then you tell a password to someone at a door. So I was looking at how to get to that door, but it doesn't say. The section on the Forbidden Woods simply starts with, when you enter this area, ... whatever. It doesn't tell you how to get there. So I don't really feel like the guide was written for people to use as a walkthrough. It's more of like a resource for people who already know kind of how to get around in the game. And I'm not really sure that's how you should write a guide. I think when people get the guide, their idea is that the guide will take them through the game, not that the guide will just give them a reference point to start at, or a reference point after they're already familiar with the game. So I'm very disappointed in the guide in that regard. Shoot. See, I remember getting to the door with the password somewhere around here, but I also remember spending forever just trying to find it, like constantly going the wrong way. That's one of the things I have about games like this, is that because everything looks so similar and the color palette is so dull and drab, it's really easy to accidentally miss the same spot over and over and over. Or just pass by a little alcove that you don't notice because of fog or smoke in the area, or some other just feature that tries to make the area look cool. So yeah, that's an issue. We can talk to her. Church bow, female. Receive blood treatment. Oh, I've already gotten it. Okay, cool then. Maybe she'll give us some sedatives now? No, not yet. Darn it. Okay, that does nothing. Alright, so, well, yeah, it doesn't say. Like, I'm looking through the guide here. I mean, one of the most frustrating things about the way they design these controllers is they have such smooth backs that if you try to set it down on your leg or something, it just slides off your leg. And then the PS4 controller has the same fatal error in design that the PS3 controller has, and that's way too easy to accidentally hit the shoulder buttons. Or if you drop it, the shoulder buttons will activate. So the first section on the Forbidden Woods starts with, you speak the password, an adage passed down from vicar to vicar across generations. The door creaks open, and the man who sits beyond is unmoving in death. Well, that sounds all well and good, but where is this door? It doesn't say. It just doesn't tell you. I'm looking all over the place, and I don't see anything in this guide telling me how to get to the door it's talking about. So that's unfortunate. Yeah. The section before it is Yahar'gul, but it looks like this is the how to get through Yahar'gul if you were kidnapped and brought there. So it sucks that you know, there's some critical oversights in the way the guide is designed. Also, the bosses, in order to defeat, or in order to get to the boss sections, the strategies for the bosses, you have to flip to like the back of the book. So as you're flipping through, when you get to the end of the Yahar'gul section or the Forbidden Woods section, it may mention the boss, but there really isn't a strategy to defeat the boss. In order to get that strategy, you then have to go through, flip all the way towards the back, and then locate the boss, and then it'll give you the boss strategy. So, I mean, that was a decision they made. I'm not on board with that. I'm not on board with that. I don't know who made that decision, but I think it was a really bad one. So, no indication whatsoever of how to get to the Forbidden Woods or where the door is that leads to the Forbidden Woods. There are some maps here. I'm looking over these maps, trying to see if the map will help guide me to it. And, yeah, I don't really see anything. It has indications of what leads where, but, you know, the maps are structured from like a bird's eye view, and given the verticality of the game, it's extremely difficult to use the maps to guide you. The maps are essentially very useful if you kind of already know the layout. If you already know the layout, then it starts to make sense. If you don't know the layout, these maps can be almost more confusing than just not using a map at all. But that's not necessarily the fault of the people who made the guide. It's just that when you have a game like this that has all these nooks and crannies and curves and twists and verticality where you're going over other areas and you're dropping down to areas, it is really hard to show that on a 2D flat piece of paper. Notice that near 360 degree, completely 100% accurate turn to hit me right at the last moment. That right there is some Tanimura garbage. So, unfortunately, Miyazaki, he lost a little bit of his edge with Bloodborne. It's still a good game. I like it. I do. I really do like it. I wouldn't be playing it this much if I didn't like it. But, he took some cues from the wrong people. He let Tanimura negatively influence him. Or, he always had that in him, and he just let Tanimura give him confidence to release it, which is not a good thing at all. So, I've said it before, but Miyazaki's direction with some of the design of this game is definitely, in my opinion, just unquestionably the wrong direction to move. I think I've said this before on my Twitter account, but if he wants to move forward, he's going to have to look backward. He cannot look to Dark Souls 2 or necessarily even Bloodborne to move forward with the Souls series, because he's getting further and further away from where I think he should be going with the series. Demon's Souls had a few little elements of cheap kind of sucker punch moments in the game, but not that many. Dark Souls had, as far as I can tell, pretty much mainly just one, and that was the Bed of Chaos. I mean, the Bed of Chaos was just really, 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 really bad design from no matter how you look at it. And they've admitted that themselves, so that's no secret. I know there's a door around here somewhere. I just can't figure out how I'm supposed to get to it or whatnot. So I remember getting to the door at one point and knowing that the person said, you know, what's the password, and not knowing it. Also, from this little encounter here, when you touch the skull and you watch the cutscene, which I always skip them, nothing in the cutscene indicates you're being told a password. Nothing. So there's no legitimate reason your character should know that that was a password. You just watch a cutscene and someone says, you know, what is it, like fear the old blood or fear the blood or something like that. And then if you happen to go back to that password door, your character just somehow knows to say that. I certainly wouldn't know to say that. It was just a phrase someone said in a cutscene. I mean, you could take any of a number of multiple phrases from various different cutscenes in the game. I don't know why that particular cutscene and that particular phrase stood out in the mind of my character. Yeah, see, I'm just not sure where this door is, which sucks for me. Welcome to my world, guys. This is what happened. This is how I genuinely play games when I'm not doing Let's Plays and playthroughs that I record. Like, I just genuinely get lost a lot, get turned around, and don't know where I'm going, pass by the same place 20 times. It's what I do, guys. It's just what I do. Usually not in real life, thank goodness. I couldn't afford to do that in real life with my job. That just wouldn't work. That would become a very, very disastrous situation if I kept getting lost all the time. So this way is Charnel Lane or whatever. I gotta find that little alcove that... There's like a set of stairs that go down somewhere around here. And it goes down another set of stairs and eventually leads to a door. And that's where we can give them the password. I like your scythe, dude. That looks cool, man. Sorry I had to kill you. But you know how it is. Alright, where's the shooter guy? Oh, he's shooting. Nice. Uh-oh, it only hit once. Darn it! I got hit by those, like, heat-seeking missiles. That was dangerous. You're not safe because they can hit you through walls and floors and whatnot, so be careful. Oh, look at that. See, those are brief moments where this weapon can shine. It's one of the few weapons that could hit them both given how far away they stood from each other. That charge attack can sometimes get you in real big trouble, but sometimes it's awesome. So you really do have to know how to use it properly. Let's do this, since we're pretty full on health vials for the most part. Hey there, dog. Also, oh, yeah, see how the dog went through the floor? That's a thing in this game. It's been a thing in all the games. In all of the Souls series. I think what I might also do is prepare responses to some of these comments ahead of time. Somebody commented, actually, Dark Mage 30,000 said, really, Rifle Spear is not the best weapon for crowd control. Threaded Cane in cane form is better crowd control weapon than Rifle Spear. I agree with that. I used Rifle Spear half of the time on my first playthrough. Recently, I've been using Rifle Spear much less. Furthermore, I usually have 2 weapons for each of my playthrough for different areas and enemy type. That is the best way to do it. And I think the game is encouraging... Oh, I think I found it. Did I? No! Oh, I didn't. I got all excited for nothing. Alright, whatever. Yeah, the game encourages you to use different weapons for different scenarios, and you really should, because certain weapons are better for certain circumstances than others. Like when we do get to Dark Beast Parl and Yahar'gul, the Rifle Spear is really a bad choice for him. It's just not going to be a good option. Even for Vicar Amelia, it would have been better had we used the Saw Blade or Saw Spear, because those do significantly more damage against her because she's a beast type. And those weapons do more damage against beast types. However, because I'm doing this playthrough as a weapon-based playthrough, I'm trying to mainly stick... how did that hit me? I thought it was going... Whatever. Whatever. Stop complaining, Fox. Stop complaining. Be positive. I need to be like the blood. Be positive. Oh, I just came up with that little pun. I should tell my wife that. My wife loves puns. Alright. So we're going to look for this door in the meantime, and I'm going to get lost constantly. This is also where people watching Let's Play episodes of the Souls games, I think some of you have the same experience as me. I don't usually make a comment about it. Some people will comment about it. But you'll be watching the playthrough, and you'll feel like the player is driving you nuts from their playstyle. Like they're passing by something constantly, or they're constantly getting hit because they're trying to do a certain move, or... You know, they're just doing things that drive you nuts. You're like, just kill the enemy already. Stop doing what you're doing there. You guys know what I'm talking about. There's a really popular uploader who uploads playthroughs of Dark Souls. Some of you may know of this person. There are certain things that this individual does that sort of like just start to irritate me. And it's nothing about what the person's saying. It's not the person's personality. It's just the play style. And there's no reason for me to be getting upset at anyone else's play style. People can play this however they want. But it happens. It just happens. You can't control it, necessarily. And down he goes. Blue elixir. Have I been past this point before? I don't know if I have. I keep forgetting that there is a shotgun component to this, or like a more of a blunderbuss component to it. Yep, we got the other one's attention. Let's see if we can get through that. There we go. We got it. The rifle spear also requires quite good timing. You really have to know the timing on this weapon to use it most effectively, and I still don't have the timing down perfectly. It really is the type of weapon where you need to really master it to get the most effect out of it. You guys know what I'm going to try to do. Don't bounce off that stupid thing. Please don't bounce off that stupid thing. Come on. Oh, you couldn't get the backstab on this guy. I forgot. So the positioning was a waste of effort. I love the way some of the enemies die in this game. Like that dude, he just sort of smashes down to the floor and like explodes in this ethereal mist or whatever. It's really cool and sounds awesome as well. Okay. Also, I'm not at my best right now. I'm not feeling too great. I'm not going to give you all the reasons for that, but oh, I've felt better. Believe me, guys, I have felt better. I don't know where this leads at the moment. I've been through here before, but I tend to... oh, well, I guess I haven't been through here before. Well, I have, but not in this playthrough. Pick it up, pick it up. Tempering Blood Gemstone. No, don't do this to me. Don't give me a dead end. Not right now. Okay. It's time for Legends of Zelda Link Pop Breaking. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. There we go. You know, all these pots and not a single rupee. How disappointing. Let me see if I can get there. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Anyone? Oh! There's two more. And done. Yep, that's it. Oh, hang on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my work here is done. Proud to be of service. Call me back if you need me. I'll send you a bill. Okay, so this leads us to Nowheresville. We got some items out of it, though. That's about it. Let's go back this other way and see if there's... See, that, I hate when this game does that. It has enemy corpses. They're clearly dead. But they start like jittering on the ground and moving about. And sometimes when you enter an area, after you've already killed the enemies, you come back to the area, you'll see their bodies like fall from a short distance and then land and start like flittering and whatnot. It can really confuse you and make you think that something's alive that's not. The monocular. I didn't even realize that was there. Not really a fan of the binoculars and all that stuff in these games. They really don't give you that much of a magnification. In my opinion, they're barely even worth using. It's mainly just so you can direct your view in a certain direction, not even really to magnify. Well, that was a short diversion. This is going to be an episode of wandering around doing a whole lot of nothing. Have I been this way? I'm sure I have. Is this... No, darn it. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. No, darn it. Or is it? Or is it? It is! Finally! No, it is not. Oh, I got myself all excited. I thought this was it. Maybe it's over there. We'll keep searching. I love how the dog just takes off, running in a different direction, and then ran into the fire and killed himself. Life is rough sometimes, even for dogs. Another thing okay, this is effective, what Miyazaki has done here, and Tanimura started it. Well, he didn't start it, but Tanimura really kind of got into it a lot more than Miyazaki ever did. But having enemies that have this long delay on their attack, like they start coming at you, then they delay the attack and hold it for a little bit and hold it and hold it and then release it. And so at that point, you've kind of already done what you're going to do. Like you already tried to parry or interrupt them. You know, you already tried to dodge. So they end up hitting you because you weren't expecting the delay. It feels kind of cheap, and I would just like to see Miyazaki not go that route. I know it works, like you do catch people a lot with those tactics, but again, I don't know, for me, it feels cheap. It kind of aggravates me when I get hit that way because of some just silly, pointless delay that just doesn't even make sense. Like the enemies are delaying their attacks, and you're looking at this thing thinking, why? Why would you do that? Why would you pull your hand back and then hold it there for a second and then attack? Doesn't make any sense. Only because you're designed that way in order to try to catch players off guard. And again, it's more of that kind of aha gotcha moment that they're going for in this game that I'm totally not cool with. Dogs in this game are always going to be a pain in the butt just because if you don't have a fast swinging weapon, they can stagger you over and over again. I love how he actually reloads it and you see him reload it. Now give me your bullets. I've already got all the bullets I need. And we're backtracking. Great. Lots of backtracking now. Well, I guess we go talk to what's-his-face. If he's here, he might have moved. Yep, looks like he's moved. Alfred, I think, is his name. Whew. Well, guys, let me do this. Let's use one of these Bold Hunter's Mark. Head back to the lamp. Yeah, so having flipped through this guide several times, I have no idea where to find the door to the Forbidden Woods. Like it doesn't tell you anywhere as far as I can tell. Yeah, the Forbidden Woods starts with the description of the Forbidden Woods, and then the intro to it, like the flavor text in the guide, starts with you standing at the door. But no, it doesn't tell you where the door is. So that's unfortunate. And you know, it's surprising just how easy it is to forget some of the most obvious things. Like when I make a tutorial video, sometimes I forget to add even the simplest thing, thinking that, oh, well, you know, this is the tutorial and I've got it in my head what people are already going to know or already going to do. And you forget just the most basic of things. Like they start out with, you know, use the password at the door, and here's how to get through the Forbidden Woods. And here I am sitting here going, okay, how do you get to the Forbidden Woods? So yeah, I've read several different passages. I went through the Yahar'gul section to see if it was at the end of that section. It's not, as far as I can tell. I went back. I went back to the section on the Witch of Himwick. I keep wanting to say Himlock, and I looked through that area. And again, nope, it doesn't tell you how to get to the Forbidden Woods from there. So what I'll probably do is just look it up online, and for the next episode I'll know where to go right away. But in the meantime, let's see if we can slot this new gem we picked up to anything, including our pistol. Fortify them weapons. Hunter's Torch. Oh wait, no, we don't want Fortify, we want Blood Gem Fortification. Nope, that's the best one there. So let's see for Rifle Spear. I just kind of scroll through and see if it turns like mostly blue for any of these. Nope. 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 Okay. So we got the best of what we can get for now. We'll go ahead and repair what we got. I haven't had any weapons break their durability yet, so that's a good thing. And with that, guys, this will be a shorter than usual episode, but you know, I don't really want to get started heading to a new area with only a few minutes to spare. Let's make skill 24 to make it an even number. And then let's level up again, because I got a whole bunch of soul or echo items. I'm catching myself there. So let's use some of these as best we can. use multiple. All four. All two. Let me start from the big one here and see if... I don't even think we'll be able to get one level off this. Depends on how many multiples we have. Well, maybe, because we have 6 of that one and 4 of the other. One nice thing that Dark Souls 2 did, and I'm saying something good about Dark Souls 2, guys, is it told you how many souls you needed to level. That's something I wish all the Souls games did, including Bloodborne. Tell you how much you need for your next level without having to go to the Maiden or the Doll or the Emerald Herald. Let's see. If you look in here, like in this screen, the status screen in Dark Souls 2, it would tell you next level and the number of souls required. So you would know right away if you had enough. Whereas here, as far as I can tell, the only way to find out is actually to walk up to her and then try to level and see what it tells you. Let's try 2. I don't want to get too much on me. I just want enough to level one more time. And then we'll even out our vitality. There we go. Vitality to an even 28. 28, 20, 14, 24. It's 9. We must increase it. I can't have an odd number. Confirm. Thank you, doll. Alright, and with that, guys, we're going to finish the uneventful, most uninteresting episode of our playthrough yet. Episode number 10 of our Rifle Spear playthrough. So I'll see you next time for episode number 11. Till then, guys, later. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, I'm Fox, and this is Foxeo Plays, my Let's Play channel, so make sure to subscribe to this channel, as well as my FoxeoGames primary channel, where I have a ton of awesome stuff like reviews, comedy reviews, and commentaries. You can click the lower right icon that says FoxeoGames to subscribe there. I'm also on Twitter. I love keeping up with you guys on Twitter, so please follow me there. Create an account if you don't have one. Follow me and a bunch of other cool people. That's where I can keep up with you much more easily than anywhere else. And you can click one of these 2 videos if you want to check them out. They're both from my primary channel at FoxeoGames. I will see you guys next time.